on the flashlight and found myself in a storage room with props and janitorial equipment.
What?
But I realized I was looking at the face of my father. I let out a scream straight from my stomach in my dark room in the middle of the night to see my father towering over my bed, looking down at me with...
What is good, you guys? My name is ReboundLeader. Welcome back with another video for today, guys. Welcome back. We're going to be reacting to 3 scary true stories in haunted house attractions. You know, like I said before, it is Halloween season, Halloween month, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people. And a lot of nonsense, a lot of sus stuff is going on. Haunted house attractions is one of the things that you should never go to. I promise you, I will never go to a haunted house attraction ever in my entire life. A psychopath just working there just for fun. Have a kill just so he can have fun with the kids, bro. But yeah, let's get right to this video.
For only 2 years, there was this pop-up haunted house attraction that would open in October. It was unofficially called Haunted Hill House because there was some sign that looked like it was bought from Party City or something that was propped in front by the parking lot, and it said Haunted Hill House. The parking lot wasn't actually a parking lot at all, just grass that was designated as a parking area.
Alright.
This was the year they closed down, and this was the year my friends and I went. I went with Matt, Michael, and Eddie. We went on a Thursday night because we were in college and all of us had Fridays off.
Sheesh.
So it was definitely quieter than it would have been on a weekend. There was surprisingly no line for the ticket stand, and when we followed the directions to the entrance, there was only a really short line there. I'd say like 4 people.
Bro, that's already sus enough. If there's no lineup for this haunted house, why would you want to go? Like, why? That's already a red flag.
What we didn't realize, though, is that they were only letting one person in at a time.
What?
We had no idea that was part of this haunted house. If anything, this would make it scarier. We shoved Michael in front to go first.
Are you kidding me? They really want to catch someone so badly. They want to body someone so badly.
I was second to last before Eddie. Every couple of minutes, they would tell the next person to go in. When Matt went in ahead of me, I actually started to get nervous. I hadn't done a haunted house since I was a little kid and I was with my family. Then it was my turn to go in, as this woman dressed in some bloodied costume opened the door and told me to enter.
Oh, he dead. He dead.
Lord have mercy.
And like that, he's gone.
Shut behind me. I was in this dark building, lit up mainly by small flashing lights. As I walked through, I was faced with a bunch of gruesome props of mutilated dead corpses and other pretty horrific things.
Are you sure they dead?
Once in a while, actors
Are you sure they weren't real? Are you sure they weren't real?
Horrific costumes would jump from around corners or through little holes in the walls. And just about every single time they got me, because I'd jump.
Crazy.
I was in some dark hallway separating 2 rooms, when I felt something brush up on me from behind. I let out a short scream as I turned, and in the darkness I could see a tall figure in front of me. I laughed after seeing it, then something I wasn't expecting happened next. The actor started pushing me down this dark hallway.
What?
I could hardly see anything.
Hey, yo.
I was going along with it, thinking this was part of the attraction.
Nah, it's not part of the attraction.
I don't remember how long exactly I was allowing this actor to push me in the darkness.
That's crazy.
Eventually he stopped, and I heard a door close, and things went silent.
GG's, you just got trapped.
You're a victim.
You just ended up somewhere you're not supposed to be at. What are you gonna do? Bro, I am busting my way through that door, bro. I am not staying here. Oh my goodness.
Didn't know what was happening. I still thought this was part of the act, and I was definitely scared because it was pitch black.
How?
And I felt hands grabbing me, but in a very weird way.
What?
Not in a way that a haunted house actor should.
Oh, heck no.
I was being full-on grabbed, and so I pushed the person off and said, "Get the fuck off me, dude." I stood there in silence now. I said, "You're going too far, man. You can't touch people like that."
Whoa.
This was still just part of the haunted house act.
Whoa.
I waited there, expecting the actor to progress me to the next part of the attraction, or just do something. But nothing was happening.
That's creepy.
Enough time passed now that I knew this wasn't right, and so I took out my phone, even though they told us not to take our phones out at any time during the attraction.
Nah.
I turned on the flashlight and found myself in a storage room with props and janitorial equipment.
What?
But I'd be lying if I said that was the first thing I noticed.
Oh, heck no.
The first thing that caught my attention was the tall man, standing 3 or 4 feet away from me. He didn't look like an actor at all. He wasn't wearing a costume.
The man was just standing there, not even saying a word, after he touched you in a very inappropriate, sus way? Nah, bro. Get out of this haunted house, call the police, and get these people arrested.
He was just wearing all black with a black face mask covering half his face.
Oh, heck no.
I looked for the door as I said, "What are you doing, dude?" He didn't say anything.
Of course
he started making these motions with his arms as if he was acting like he was supposed to be a character.
Weirdo.
I found the door and left the room.
Weirdo.
I used my phone flashlight to navigate back down the dark hall the direction we came. When I found the next actor, who yelled at me to turn off my flashlight, I told them I was violated and assaulted by somebody who may or may not work for the attraction, and I wanted to get out of there. I could tell the actor was probably just some teenager not much younger than me, and he didn't know what to do really.
Wow.
He dropped his character act and told me to just keep walking that way and that I'm almost to the end. I asked where his boss would be. He said I'd have to go back to the ticket stand as the little manager's office is attached to the ticket stand.
Sheesh.
So I continued the rest of the haunted house, speed walking, making it clear I was just trying to get out.
Speed walking? I'm running.
Later,
Why are you speed walking? I am running out of there.
I was out. I found all three of my friends, who were confused how I ended up getting out last. I told them what happened, and then we all went to the ticket stand, and I asked for the manager. The worker said that he wasn't there tonight, but that he'd be back tomorrow.
Is he the
I
manager?
told the worker about what happened, and she said she would alert the team about it. I requested my money back because of it, and she gave me back my 30. It was the next day that a girl from our college who we all knew posted on Facebook that she was sexually assaulted by someone in the same haunted house the night before.
Yep.
The night we were also there.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I just want everyone to know that last night I was sexually assaulted at the Haunted Hill House haunted house attraction by one of their workers who brought me to a saluted room and proceeded to inappropriately touch me no matter how much I yelled at him to stop. Wow. Detectives and everything. This is disgusting.
The reason the place was eventually shut down that month. When I reached out to her on Facebook, it sounded like we had the same exact experience, only the aggressor got a lot more physical with her. She pressed charges on the owner of the attraction for, I'm assuming, negligence.
That's crazy.
The attraction staff, of course, swore that that man who assaulted the two of us didn't actually work there.
What?
I'm sure that's the truth, but I don't understand how they didn't have proper security measures in place to prevent
How
something like this from happening.
That's a lie. What an absolute lie. How did you not know that someone was... How is that possible? Bro,
This was the first and last time I ever went to a haunted house attraction. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, and every year there's this big haunted house attraction that opens up. A few of my friends wanted to go this year, and I figured it's time I just finally experience a haunted house. For a little early context, I had a very troubled childhood that's caused me to develop PTSD, but I'll get more into that later. It was a weekend, so nobody wanted to go into this sober. My friend Noah hosted a little pregame for all of us. It was going to be 6 of us, my 3 guy friends and 2 of their girlfriends. We all smoked and drank in Noah's backyard, everyone thinking it would make the experience more fun. We bought our tickets for the attraction on their website while we were pre-gaming. I rarely ever smoked weed because it makes me kind of paranoid.
Boy,
I guess tonight...
Why would you even think about smoking weed while going on a haunted house attraction? That is such a red flag. You're going... What? Your visibility, your senses are going to be clocked up during this event. Oh my goodness. You screwed, bro. You're screwed.
I wanted to try smoking again and see if I could overcome that barrier.
Does that make sense?
Actually. I think the mix of alcohol and weed kind of canceled out the usual negative thoughts I would have from just smoking alone.
That's weird.
Eventually, we called an Uber to the attraction, which was like 20 minutes away from Noah's house.
Shouldn't be smoking anyways, man.
It was
It's
a
not
half
good
hour
for you.
line. The place was pretty busy. We made friendly with the people in line ahead of us. I was pretty cross-faded, honestly, but I wasn't gone. Like, I remember just about everything that happened. When we got to the front, I started feeling a bit woozy, but I didn't say anything to my friends. We entered the haunted house, and from the start, there was a lot of screaming and intensity.
Wow.
The actors were really good, but intense, and it was starting to give me anxiety. I was starting to realize how not okay I was, and how much of a mistake getting high was.
Yeah, huge
One of the
mistake.
haunted house actors must have realized how scared and quiet I looked, and he chose to get in my face trying to scare me, yelling and making noises. I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to internally freak out. I was trying to keep it together in front of my friends.
Of course.
This haunted house was going on for what felt like forever, and in my condition, every single jump scare made me almost shit my pants. All the flashing lights and fog really made this whole experience
Why?
even more
Like, I
trippy
still don't understand why you thought getting high was the best idea. You gotta be that stupid.
and surreal.
Sorry, but
We came to this room lit up with an eerie red glow, with a bloodied man dressed as a guy in a suit and top hat yelling at us, part
What?
of the act. But behind him, in the corner of the room, was a guy who wasn't dressed as anything.
what?
He was just standing there looking at me, into my soul.
Oh, heck no.
As I realized I was looking at the face of my father, I let out a scream straight from my stomach, as I felt every hair in my body stand up.
What?
The room went silent, and my friends looked at me laughing at first, thinking I was joking around. But when they saw I was serious,
What?
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Are you telling me that that is your father? What the heck is your father doing then? What is he doing? No, your father is part of the game? Your father is a part of this? He's a part of this weirdness, this cluckness, this haunted house foolery? Bro, yeah, I think you need to get a new father, bro. You might need to go and get a new father, because what the heck is he doing?
one of the girls grabbed me and asked what's wrong. I said it's my dad. I pointed to the corner where there was now no one standing. I remember all my friends and the actor being confused.
Oh, you're delusional.
Everyone could tell I was not messing around.
Yeah, you're high.
My friends knew about my troubled past. There's no one there, one of my friends said. The actor apparently asked my friends if I was okay.
What's your
I
troubled
was now in the
past?
middle of a full-on panic attack.
What did your father
I
do?
want to leave, I want to leave. Noah left with me through a side exit, and he sat with me while our friends finished the attraction. It wasn't cheap, so I wasn't going to make them all come out with me.
Yeah.
As we sat outside the place, Noah told me I shouldn't have smoked so much, as he tried to assure me that my dad wasn't in there. I was just hallucinating.
Wow.
So my father used to abuse my siblings and I. I'm the oldest, so I remember the most of it.
That's crazy.
He left us and our mom one day and never came back when I was 10.
Wow.
My close friends know about this, to a certain extent, so I didn't have to explain to Noah. When our friends were done, they met us at a Wendy's nearby where I was just trying to eat to help calm me down. I was embarrassed, but my friends didn't judge, thankfully. Not to my face, at least. I went home earlier than everyone else. I didn't want to spoil their nights. When I got home, I knocked out right away, I guess because of how drunk and high I was. That night, I was having a nightmare about the scene at the haunted house, and my father, standing in the corner of the room, he was saying, "Wake up, Charlie." And I did wake up. I woke up in my dark room in the middle of the night
Oh,
to
no.
see my father towering over my bed, looking down at me with his eyes open super wide. It was literally this.
Hey yo, I forgot to bring my Bible out during this event. How stupid am I for forgetting to bring my Bible out so I can rebuke this demon right in front of me? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bro, this ain't no joke, man. This is what happens when you smoke weed. You're so vulnerable to everything around you. Your senses are completely messed up. Why would you do this? And you're drinking? And you're at a haunted house. Bro, this is on you. This is clucked. This is clucked up.
Towering, 9-foot-tall version of my father,
Heck
bending
no.
down with his body contorting in an impossible way.
Nah, that's
When I
crazy.
saw it, it took me a few seconds for me to digest what I was looking at, and screamed.
I rebuke this demon in the name of Jesus. I rebuke this demon in the mighty name of, bro. Oh, in the mighty name of Jesus. Oh my goodness, bro. Look at this evil being.
Straight for my stomach again. My mom came rushing in and turned on the lights, and the apparition was gone. My heart was racing and my blood ran cold.
That's crazy.
I cried to my mom that I saw Dad.
Oh, he dead.
The most scarring nights of my adult life. I don't touch weed or any substances anymore besides light alcohol, and I'm never going to a haunted house attraction again after that.
Amen. Amen. You have to learn your lesson the hard way. Don't you ever drink alcohol like that and smoke weed and then go to a haunted house ever again in your life. Guys, I promise you, there's no point of going to a haunted house. It's not fun. It's stupid. You wasted $30 on a stupid attraction. You want to get scared? Go watch a horror film. Even I wouldn't recommend that. Even I wouldn't recommend that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be celebrating demons, witches, wizards, all this demonic demon wickedness. I'm not celebrating any of that during this month. Heck no. If anything, I'm reading my Bible more. You feel me? I'm reading my Bible more during these times. I'm praying to God more. You know what I'm saying? It says in the Bible not to deal with all these witchcraft and sorcery, get away from all of it, and they're promoting it like crazy. I'm telling you guys, this is not a joke. Bro, he probably had sleep paralysis. You went face to face with a demon that looked like your father. That's serious, man. This is not a joke. These are actual demons. Oh man, I pray for this kid. I pray for him.
During COVID, I thought it would be fun to get a job at a local haunted house attraction. My friend Marissa was already working there, and she told me they were
You
looking
thought that was fun? To be surrounded by cluckness during COVID? Hey man, you were just that bored.
for new actors and actresses.
You were just that bored, I
She
guess.
pulled some strings and got me a job after I met with the owner. There were multiple sections to the haunted house attraction, including 3 haunted houses and the haunted corn maze. On my first day on the job, there was some slight rehearsing my character and just demonstrating my acting skills to one of the supervisors who was on duty.
Crazy.
My role for the night was assigned to be a damsel in distress, and this meant I was going to be tied to a pole and yelling at the guests to help me as they walked past me.
What?
Of course, all guests would be told before entering not to touch any of the actors or actresses, so they would know not to actually untie me when I'm screaming, "Help me."
Wow.
So before opening time, the supervisor/coordinator Jeremiah walked me to my post.
This man's name is Jeremiah. Oh my goodness. Why did you pick that name and be involved in this foolery? Jeremiah is a prophet of doom, prophesied Jerusalem falling. Why is he involved in this?
Quite literally my post, because I'd be tied to a wooden post in the corn maze. I was honestly surprised that I actually had to be tied up and not just pretend. I asked how I would go to the bathroom and such.
Who the heck are
He
you?
said there would be short breaks between sessions.
Oh heck
He
no.
also said there would be another supervisor nearby if I should need anything, which made me feel a little better. Once he walked away, I was left alone. There were a bunch of sound effects and scary ambiance loops echoing through the cornfield from the various speakers hidden throughout the maze.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, a little air horn sounded in the distance, indicating that the attraction was open and to get into character.
Oh
I was
boy.
nervous but excited. Since I was more so in the middle of the corn maze, it wasn't until a few minutes passed that the first guest would be passing me. I started to put on my best performance as a damsel in distress, so I screamed and fake cried, begging everyone who passed for help, saying he's coming back soon, untie me. Some people would play along and say things back, and I'd improvise responses in character. Everyone was wearing face masks because of COVID, so I couldn't see. Eventually, 2 male guests who looked to be in their 30s walked past looking at me, not saying a word. One of them slowed down as he just shot me this gaze with his big eyes that quite honestly creeped me out.
Ew.
They kept walking and disappeared further into the maze.
What the heck?
This was around the time I was starting to realize there would be long gaps between guests sometimes. I could suddenly hear someone brushing through the crops nearby. I was wondering if it was a staff member. The guests weren't supposed to stray off the path.
That's weird.
I turned completely around and saw 2 men emerging from the crops
Whoa.
towards the pole I was tied to.
Whoa.
The same 2 men from before.
And you're tied to the pole. You can't escape.
Victim.
Oh my goodness. Why did they clucked you? They did this on purpose. Wow. The owner, the boss, is in cahoots. Those 2 people right there. They're like, yeah, you're gonna be the one that's tied to a pole, you can't escape, and you're yelling for help. Does that sound fun to you?
You got me.
What? And you took that up? So you can get a couple bucks? It's either you're a freak and you like getting tied up, or you just stupid.
Something wasn't right. I broke character and said, "You guys can't stray off the path." And then one of them laughed under their mask. And the 2 men started speaking in some other language, I think Russian.
Oh heck
One of
no.
them walked back to the path.
Not
in
the
opposite
Russians.
direction that the guests are supposed to go.
Not the
They
Russians.
just started standing there, keeping watch it seemed, while the other one started to inappropriately grab me. I knew what was happening immediately.
Oh, heck
and I
no.
started screaming bloody murder, saying, "Help, this isn't part of the act."
Ooh.
I called out things like I'm being assaulted, and moments later one of the supervisors emerged, seeing if I was okay. By then, the 2 men had already run away.
Wow.
I was untied and escorted out of the maze. I called my parents, and they insisted I just leave right now.
Yep.
I left, and Jeremiah and one of the other supervisors said I'd be paid for the night, and if I didn't want to come back, they'd understand.
Jeremiah.
But to just keep them in the loop. I wish I could say it was over, though. On my drive home, I was extra cautious to make sure I wasn't being followed. I noticed halfway home that the same white car was behind me the whole time.
Wow.
I started making turns
Of
down
course,
random streets.
a white car, white van. Bro, who are these Russians, bro? They are actively trying to kidnap a child and take them back to Russia, bro.
When the white car stayed behind me every single time, I knew I was being followed. I knew I had to find the nearest police precincts, so I typed in police station on Google Maps and I started driving to it. They followed me the whole way until I pulled into the parking lot of the precincts. Then they kept driving. I never saw the car again. I sat in my car for 10 minutes before finally turning it back on and driving home.
Wow.
Confirming every few seconds that I wasn't being followed. I didn't return to work at that haunted house attraction again.
You shouldn't be working at any haunted house attraction for the rest of your natural life.
Okay.
What are you doing? Like, oh my goodness, bro. These Russians. Nah, but seriously, thank God that she was okay. Nothing crazy happened to her. Because it could have easily been something crazy. They could have been like, okay, because she's all tied up, we have the tools necessary so we can cut her down and just run, carry her into the cornfield and just run. Oh my goodness, bro. It could have been that easy. That second story was the most crazy, bro. You gotta be that dumb, man. Like, you dealt with some abuse from your father and then you decide to do that? Come on, bro. You should be seeking the Lord. You should be seeking God, not doing this. I pray for this man, seriously. I pray that he finds God, he finds Christ, because doing that just scarred him even more. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. That'll be the end of the video. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do not be invested into this Halloween nonsense. If you want candy, fine. Go get candy at your local grocery store, Walmart, and then bring your butt right back home. That's good. That's good enough. All right, take care. God bless. Peace.
You win. Perfect.